Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and yes, this is going to be the final part of my Horror Blu-Ray collection overview. This is part 6, so I will continue along with the random Blu-rays, and then I will end the video off with the Blu-ray box sets. Yeah, so let's get right into this here. Alright, first up is another edition of Maniac on Blu-ray. This is the Cinema Cult edition from Australia that Andrew Ballina sent me, actually. Really cool stuff, man. It comes in this awesome slip box. You gotta love that shit. Really cool stuff. Next up is The Purge. Yeah, talked lots about this movie before. I am not a fan of the end. I think the end of this movie is such a cop-out. But, you know, the first half was pretty enjoyable, but I'm curious to see what they do with the sequel, nevertheless. Next up is World War Z. I picked this up because it was dirt cheap. I never expected in a million years I was actually going to like this movie. I did like it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was better than average, but it did have some pretty good parts in it, and it was just surprising. I was expecting to hate this film, and I didn't, so it was pretty cool. Next up is the Gamera trilogy. This is the trilogy from the 90s. I guess I will make a note that basically after I upload this video and I do a new update on Saturday, this complete series collection is just going to be completely out of date. I have like another 20-something Blu-rays, which includes the other Gamera films. But anyways, these films are actually not bad. The ones from the 90s aren't bad. I kind of enjoyed them. Next up is Gremlins. This is pretty interesting. I found this with a slipcover, and I've never seen anyone else have it. It seems like it's really rare. I'm not sure if it is or not, but it just seems like no one has it. But Gremlins. Gremlins is Gremlins. Predator 3D. This awesome lenticular cover. Yes. Fucking lenticular covers. I thought the transfer on this was fucking amazing. It looks it just almost looks too good in a way. It's weird. Great film. You can't go wrong with it. Awesome stuff. Next up is Predators. I have still yet to actually watch this movie, so I cannot comment on it. Evil Dead 2 with the slip. This is obviously the Canadian edition with the slip. I've actually had about at least 10 copies of this in the past. I've sent out so many to other YouTubers over the last few years. But yeah, really cool. This is the edition to get, though. The transfer is really good on this edition, 25th anniversary. Good stuff. The Evil Dead. I think this is the reissue. This isn't the limited one or whatever. You know, the transfer's pretty good. Anchor Bay did a pretty good job with this. I hate this cover art, though. I really can't stand this. That's why I picked up the Steelbook, because even though Anchor Bay puts out pretty shoddy Steelbooks, it has better cover art than this. So, but yeah. And then Army of Darkness on Blu-ray. Great film. Everybody knows Army of Darkness. Next up, we got some Alejandro Jodorowsky. I cannot pronounce this guy's name properly. But El Topo, even if you haven't seen the film, you probably heard about this one. Really, really fucking bizarre movie. You know, the setting of it's just fantastic. The atmosphere is really cool in this film. But, I mean, there's a lot of things in this movie that you could probably not get away with nowadays, like a 10-year-old boy running buck naked around for, I swear, an hour of this movie. It's really fucking bizarre. Just shit that you'd probably never see in today's films, but yeah, really awesome director, really cool film. Check it out if you've never checked it out. I've heard actually people say that they like this one better, The Holy Mountain. This is another really bizarre. I don't even know how to explain these films. I can't really compare them to anything because they sit in a category by themselves, but definitely check them out. They're amazing. And Anchor Bay actually put out those editions, which is kind of cool. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I am going to be grabbing the Arrow Steelbook because I hate this cover art. Plus, their cover arts on actually the Steelbook and the normal Amaray case are just fantastic. This is shit, but I think the transfer is actually pretty good on this. I know a lot of people were shitting on the transfer when it came out, but I thought it was pretty good. Strippers vs. Werewolves. Now, this was a Blu-ray that I picked up for, nothing. So, I wasn't expecting anything from it. This movie was a lot better than I anticipated, man. It was actually pretty entertaining. Had some pretty good shit in it. It's got a little cameo by Robert Englund and stuff. But it was a lot better than expected. I kind of enjoyed it. It was pretty fun. Oh, and then speaking of real crappy artwork, Near Dark. Now, this fucking artwork makes it look like it's a fucking brand new Twilight film. This is horrible. The transfer is not very good on this Blu-ray either. Somebody needs to pick this up and re-release this in a good edition with some special features and stuff. I have multiple editions on DVDs, so I have all the features, but this cover art, fuck me, and the transfer shitty. Not a good buy. Don't pick it up. Stitches, you can't go wrong with Stitches, man. This movie is fantastic. Might even be my favorite killer clown film of all time. Now, the kills, the soundtrack, the storyline, everything about this film, it's funny. It's just it's so entertaining. Ross Noble does a great job. Very comedic, but awesome stuff. Love that movie. I Sell the Dead. I thought this movie was actually pretty decent. It's got Angus Scrimm in it, which is interesting. Ron Perlman. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I kind of liked the premise of it, but it was okay. I didn't hate it, but... then we got NES Ruler's favorite film of all time, Late Fee. No. Released by Shriek Show here. This is an anthology film. I like the premise of this. I think the stories are pretty weak, but I don't hate this one as much as he does. But I don't know, man. It's okay. I really do like the premise of the movie store and renting the films and stuff. And then what they rent is the stories. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, anyways. The Prophecy Collection. This is the first 4 Prophecy films. Christopher Walken. I actually enjoy these films. I think they're pretty cool, pretty good. Wish Christopher Walken would actually do more horror films. I think he's pretty good. Hobo with a Shotgun. Everybody knows about this. Canadian goodness here. Rutger Hauer's awesome. More of a, I guess, exploitation film with horror elements, but it's great. It's a fantastic film. And last up for this row is 30 Days a Night. I grabbed this on Blu-ray because for some reason I apparently lost my DVD copy of this. I have the sequel on DVD, which is weird, but so I had to repick this up, but it was $5 on Blu-ray, so why not? This is actually a pretty good modern day type vampire story. I really like the idea of it being set in, I believe, Alaska, where it's parts of the year is, black or dark for 24 hours a day. I think that's an interesting premise that really sucks for humans, for mortals. Very cool stuff. I like that. Okay, and then down onto the final row here on this shelf, Dawn of the Dead. This is now out of print, Anchor Bay. Yeah, my favorite movie of all time. What can I say? Dawn of the Dead. Here's the remake, Dawn of the Dead remake. This is a film right here that I actually used to really, really enjoy more than I do now. Over the years, I've watched it many times, and it doesn't seem to get any better for me. There's certain things that I noticed in the film that bug me, and I don't hate this film, don't get me wrong. I really do enjoy the remake, considering it is my favorite film of all time, but, yeah, I don't know. It's okay. Yeah. Next up is Day of the Dead, Anchor Bay. Man, I have so many editions of Day of the Dead, too. Classic, man. It's in my top 5 favorite films of all time. Love it. Move along with some more Romero, Land of the Dead Blu-ray. I know this one gets a lot of mixed feelings, a lot of different opinions on it. I personally really enjoy this film, and that's all I'll say. I just really enjoyed it. I think it's interesting. Next up is Stoker. Is it a vampire film? Is it not? It's a very interesting, well-acted, beautifully shot film. If you haven't seen Stoker, definitely give it a shot and, get your own opinions out there, because this film is fucking good, man. It's really good. Next up, we got Hatchet. Everybody knows about Hatchet. This is just obviously an upgrade. I have a DVD of it, like many of these Blu-rays, actually. Yeah, Hatchet's Hatchet. I actually do prefer the first Hatchet over the second Hatchet. Hatchet 2 is actually my least favorite in the trilogy. I really enjoy the third one. I know the third one gets a lot of hate, but man, I really enjoy the third one. I think it's fucking gory, but I just like it. This one bugs me a little bit, the premise of it, them heading right back out after the events of the first one. I don't see that actually happening, but I don't know. It's not a bad film. I don't hate it or anything. It's just my least favorite. Sushi Girl. This is an interesting film, man. You got Mark Hamill in this film. Tony Todd. James Duvall. Pretty cool cast. Interesting film. I won't say anything more about it, but definitely check it out. I thought it was pretty cool. Different type of film. Then we got John Dies at the End with Paul Giamatti. Fuck, I love Paul Giamatti and everything, man. He's fantastic. Directed by Don Coscarelli. Very, very weird film. Very cool premise, though. I really enjoyed this. I know this was another one that I think people were kind of confused on. The storyline was different, but very cool. Then I got an unopened copy of The Descent here. Yeah, Descent's awesome. Just an upgrade that I never opened. Chernobyl Diaries. Now, here's another film that gets a lot of mixed opinions, and I personally really enjoy this film. I think it's actually pretty well done. For, I guess, a found footage type film. Pretty cool. I think it's a neat premise taking place in Chernobyl. Plague Town, this movie, not very good at all. I actually can't even really remember it very much, but I know it has something to do with a plague. But I remember just not liking this film at all. It's not good if I actually can't remember. House at the End of the Street with Jennifer Lawrence. Very, very good actress. This film I didn't enjoy very, very much. And I'm not, hating on it because it's a PG-13 film. I give everything a chance. But this movie right here, it just was so cliched, and it just, I just shook my head through the whole movie. It brought nothing new, but it's such a shame because Jennifer Lawrence does do a good job in the film. Next up, Psycho, classic. The transfer on this Blu-ray is amazing. This is fucking awesome. I think they reissued this because this was out of print for a while. But yeah, so that's good for people that didn't pick it up the first time. The Lost Boys, another one of my favorite films of all time. Enough said about The Lost Boys. Been talked to death. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Dark Sky Films Blu-ray release. The Blu-ray of this is just ridiculous. It looks so good. I'm really looking forward to that 4K restoration, the 35th anniversary? No, 30th anniversary. No, 40th anniversary. Holy shit. The 40th anniversary. Yeah. Sometimes I actually don't watch this Blu-ray because it is too clear. I like my Chainsaw films a little grimy, a little grimier looking, but this is a good addition, though. It really is. But yeah, I can't wait for that 40th anniversary. I'll definitely have to grab that too. Next up, Dead Snow. Just a fucking amazingly fun Nazi zombie film with over-the-top kills, ridiculous storyline, fun. I can't wait for Dead Snow 2. Gonna be some fun shit. I didn't even realize this was in my horror section. The Crow, not necessarily a horror film, but it is a revenge film, so why not throw it in here? Really good film, man. I'm actually a really big fan of this. It's dark, well acted. It's got some good shit in there. Argento's Dracula 3D. I've yet to watch this, so I can't actually comment on it. For the most part, I've heard probably 98% of the things I've heard is really negative about it. I've heard some people say it was pretty funny, being kind of good and in a funny way, but yeah, I've got to check it out sooner than later. Next up, one of my favorite slasher films of all time, My Bloody Valentine. Love this movie to death. Transfer's amazing. Uncut. Yeah, just fantastic. Everybody knows about this film. Now, this is funny. This is in here. Ernest Scared Stupid. I guess it has horror elements taking place on Halloween. It's a stupid but fun film. Whatever. And The Divide. This is actually a really good film. Pretty depressing. Pretty cool stuff, though. I actually really enjoyed it. So, we're going to head up here. I know, like I said, when this shit is random, it is fucking random. First up here is Freaked. Again, not really a horror film, but it's weird enough to be in this section, I guess. There's some really quirky shit going on in that. The Living Corpse, I've yet to actually watch this. It's still unopened. It's like an animated type horror film. Not really too sure. The Fly, original Fly film. Again, this is not opened. I actually didn't pay that price for that. But I love this movie. I just haven't checked this Blu-ray out. Fantastic film. Cronenberg's remake, The Fly. I mean, everyone's seen this and knows about this film. It's amazing. The transfer is awesome on that. It makes The Fly look even nastier. Society. This is a German import of Society. Transfer I thought was pretty decent. Really, really fucked up Brian Usna film, debut film. This shit is weird. Weird, awesome film. Love it. The Phantom of the Opera. This, I'm not even too sure what edition or what film this is. This was actually sent to me by mistake, actually. I ordered a different one and I got this, but I just kept it. But still haven't watched it. Splintered. Again, I actually haven't watched this one either. I don't know anything about that one. My Soul to Take, Wes Craven, kind of modern slasher. I know this movie gets a lot of fucking hate. I didn't think this was very great. I did kind of like it though. I know I'm gonna take some flack for that, but I know my boy JP really likes this film. So I popped it in one day, gave it a shot, kind of enjoyed it. It's cliche, but it wasn't as bad as I was expecting, to be honest. Stephen King's The Mist. This is the 2-disc with the black and white version. Definitely check this film out in black and white if you've never checked it out before. It looks fantastic. It really adds a different kind of element to the experience. Really good. I love The Mist, and I fucking love the ending of that film. Sam Neill in The Mouth of Madness, probably the most underrated John Carpenter film. This movie is fucking awesome. I love this movie so much. No one ever seems to talk about this film as being like one of John Carpenter's better films. I mean, people do, I guess, now, but this is awesome. Really cool premise, man. I love the premise. You know, comedy horror type deal. Beetlejuice. Yeah, everybody knows about Beetlejuice. I love that movie. Stephen King's Pet Sematary. Fantastic. Now, I missed out on that lenticular slipcover. I was kind of pissy about that. It was kind of cool, actually, but whatever. I was just happy to get it on Blu-ray. Everybody knows that movie. It's fantastic shit. This is Zamborgar, directed by Imoro Gucci or whatever. The guy who's done like a lot of really weird, batshit crazy Asian films. Yeah, I still haven't watched that one. Speaking of his weird-ass fucking movies, he directed Robo Geisha. Yeah, he directed The Machine Girl, Tokyo Gore Police. He also directed, like, Zombie, Toilet of the Dead, or whatever. I did a review for it in Body Bags. Really fucked up film. This shit is weird. Really off-the-wall fucking weird shit. So, yeah, sorry about the shoddy camera work, but we'll start on the box sets and stuff, and first up, Season 3, Walking Dead Limited Edition, Zombie Heads. Really cool shit. I gotta say, man, Season 3 kind of pissed me off a little bit. I love the first half of it. The second half let me down, and I still haven't gotten around to watching Season 4 yet, but just waiting for the special edition to come out. And then we got the Zombie Head here, Season 2, which I really enjoyed. I thought Season 2 was fucking awesome. Yeah, really awesome stuff. Love the Zombie Head. Up here, we got the Puppet Master Volume 1 full moon set containing the first 3 Puppet Master films. Yeah, transfers aren't that great, but, you know, whatever. Really cheap. Subspecies 1, 2, and 3. Now, I don't understand why they released this as this type of box set. Because there's technically only 4 subspecies films with Vampire Journals as a spin-off. So I don't know why they didn't just put all 4 into a box set. It makes no sense because I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. But yeah, you got those. Then we got the Friday the 13th box set. Everybody and their grandma and puppy dogs have shown this off. So, of course, I'm not going to open this up. But really cool box set. And again, everyone's biggest gripe seems to be with nothing written on the side there, which really does bug me. I gotta say, at first it didn't bug me, but just as moving my shit around in my collection and stuff, I tried to put it sideways one time, and I was like, that ain't gonna fucking work. Not a chance. So, yeah, fuck that shit. Alien Anthology, really cool box set. Everyone's seen this, got the documentaries and stuff. I actually picked this up on, I think it was a price error actually, because I got it for $14 shipped on Amazon.ca. Prime price one day. It was really fucking crazy. It just blew my mind. Next up here we got the Scream franchise, and I've actually never seen anyone else show this edition off. This is the one that has all 4 films plus the 2 documentaries, and this is a slipcover that's on it. If I can get this, see how that works right there? Yeah, and it's in a black case. The slipcover is fucking phenomenal. It was like a Future Shop exclusive or something, but I see everybody else show the other ones off, but I've never seen this one, so that was kind of a cool find. I believe that was $19 or something for everything. Next up is probably my most disappointing box set that I own, The Nightmare on Elm Street. I love the the DVD box set, which is actually the very first box that I ever bought in my life back in '99 when it came out. But yeah, this, it's just in a fat case, and the movies are even, doubled up on some discs and stuff. I think it's kind of embarrassing, this box set. I wish they'd re-release this so I could get rid of this and get like one with, just bigger box set. And then we got the Chucky collection, which is pretty cool. It's got all the films in there, including Curse of Chucky. I got this on a really, really good deal. I think $39 on Amazon.ca one day, on Amazon.com. Thanks to my boy Jeremy for telling me about it. It was like a 24-hour sale or deal of the day. So that was really cool. I like the fact that they are releasing all these franchises. We're looking forward to the Halloween box set, which is I already have pre-ordered. Probably going to grab the Exorcist one, which I already have on DVD, so that's stupid. And the Leprechaun one I will definitely be grabbing because they can only improve on the picture quality on those films, so it's probably worth the upgrade for the price that they're asking. Not really too horror over here. Sorry, Bonnie, I just stepped on one of my dogs. The Ray Harryhausen collection. Really cool box set. Fantasy type films with 20 million miles to Earth, The Seven Voyages of Sinbad, It Came from Beneath the Sea, and Earth versus the Flying Saucers. Really cool thing. I told this story in an update one day that this on Amazon was $79 or $80 or whatever. I don't know if it was a price error or something, but I ended up getting it for $24.99. Took a couple months to ship, but they did ship it. So, and last up here for the horror kind of related stuff, Planet of the Apes. This is the 5 films like that. It doesn't have the remake or the new one or anything, but this was pretty cool. So, and yeah, the Goonies. Yeah, so that's gonna do it for the overview, part 6. And like I said, it's already going to be out of date by the time I upload my new update on Saturday, so I think there's at least 20 more Blu-rays that I've got. So but anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the series, and maybe like in another year I'll do like a redux of the whole series, and it'll probably be quite longer, of course, because I never stop buying. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it, and yeah, peace out.